Hello and welcome to the channel. And today we'll be discussing who would win, Rick Sanchez or Conquest. And also, it isn't even as close as you might think. So how we're going to do this is that I'm going to go over feats and powers, and then we're going to truly see who would win in this fight. So let's stop stalling and let's begin. So we're going to start with Rick Sanchez, as he's actually very powerful. Oh, also, I'm going to be using his technology in this just to make it more fair. But anyways, he's practically just a super genius, so he could probably outsmart Conquest very easily. But that won't save him from this fight. So, he has a lot of technology that could actually help him. As one of the primary things he uses is the portal gun. And with it, he could potentially send Conquest to another dimension. And Conquest would probably never even be a remote question after that. And he's actually capable of making robotic limbs. And he also has technology that could potentially help him regenerate during the fight. But that probably wouldn't help Rick Sanchez too much since Conquest is a Viltrumite. But I'll get more into that later on. But Rick Sanchez probably could make a good weapon. Like something that could take down Conquest if he has some prep time. But I'm not going to have prep time in this fight because that just gets way too complicated. But anyways, Rick Sanchez actually could survive some pretty insane scenarios, as he actually survived the black hole. Obviously, he didn't interact with the black hole, but he almost got sucked in. But it's still insane that he survived that. But anyways, let's get into Conquest. He is an absolute monster. Conquest's strength could evaporate Rick Sanchez, as Conquest could obliterate planets and very powerful beings. And he could potentially just one-punch Rick Sanchez. And Conquest can go faster than light. And he is extremely beefy. He can tank heavy blows, especially energy blasts. So that would mean bullets and laser weaponry would not affect Conquest by much. So most likely, Rick Sanchez would probably have to upgrade his arsenal just to put a scratch on Conquest. And you might be wondering, would he be able to restrain Conquest? Well, I don't know why you're asking that question. But no, he in fact would not be able to restrain Conquest, as he obliterated a whole government facility after they tried just doing that. So yeah, restraining Conquest would not be much of an option. Also, his punches are so powerful that even punching Mark broke windows. So one punch from Conquest and Rick Sanchez is gone. So yeah, his strength and speed would help him a lot. So also, you remember how I mentioned that Rick Sanchez can make things that can regenerate himself? Well, Conquest practically has that by 10,000, as he can literally regenerate mid-fight, and very fast at that. So, now the question is, who would win in this fight? Conquest or Rick Sanchez? Okay, yeah, Conquest wins in low diff. The only scenario I could see Rick Sanchez winning against Conquest is if Rick Sanchez just straight up makes a portal at the right time and sends him to another dimension. So this is the end of the video, so make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.